For decades, one number defined the American retirement dream. $1 million. Save $1 million. Retire comfortably. Live without fear. That number is dead. The new retirement target for 2026 is $1,460,000. $200,000 more than last year's number. Source: Kiplinger, Northwestern Mutual Retirement Survey 2026. Not 1.1 million, not 1.2 million, $1,460,000. And it will be higher next year. The goalpost moved. Nobody told you. Here is what makes this number terrifying. It is not the target that is the problem. It is the gap between the target and reality. The median retirement savings for Americans aged 55 to 64, people within 10 years of retirement, is $185,000. Source: Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances 2023. Read that again. The people closest to retirement, the ones who have had decades to save, have a median of $185,000. The target: $1,460,000. The gap: $1,275,000. This is not a savings problem. This is a mathematics problem. And the math does not lie. 54% of American households report having zero dedicated retirement savings. Source: Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances 2023. More than half of American households. Not behind, not underfunded. Zero. 58% of American workers say their retirement savings are behind where they should be. Of those, 37% say they are significantly behind. Source: Bankrate Retirement Savings Report 2025. The retirement crisis is not coming. It is already here. Most people are just not reading the numbers. Here is what the financial industry does not want you to understand. The $1 million number was never accurate. It was a marketing number. Clean, round, aspirational. It sold books. It sold financial products. It sold the idea that retirement was achievable with a simple savings plan. But three forces have made $1 million structurally insufficient, and none of them are slowing down. Force 1. Inflation does not stop at retirement. Most retirement planning assumes a static cost of living. The reality is different. At a 4% annual inflation rate, $50,000 of annual income today requires $162,170 to maintain the same purchasing power in 30 years. Source: National Life Group Inflation Calculator. The money you save today will be worth less every single year you are retired. A $1 million portfolio in 2025 has the purchasing power of roughly $550,000 in $1995. Retirement is not a finish line. It is a 25 to 30-year financial marathon, with inflation running against you the entire time. Force 2. Longevity has extended the runway and the cost. The 4% rule, the most widely cited retirement withdrawal strategy, was designed assuming a 30-year retirement. You retire at 65. You plan until 95. You withdraw 4% of your portfolio annually. Life expectancy for Americans reaching age 65 today. Men live to approximately 83, women to approximately 85. But 1 in 4 will live past 90. Source: Social Security Administration Actuarial Tables, 2024. 1 in 4. Past 90. A 65-year-old retiring today may need to fund 25, 30, even 35 years of expenses. The math of a $1 million portfolio at 4% withdrawal, $40,000 per year. Before taxes, the median household expenditure for Americans aged 65 and older, $57,818 per year. Source: Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Expenditure Survey 2023. At $1 million, $40,000 annual withdrawal, $57,000 annual need. The shortfall starts on day 1. $1 million is not retirement. It is a 25-year countdown to broke. Force 3. Social Security is not the safety net people believe it is. 78% of retired Americans rely on Social Security benefits. 56% say they are very reliant on it. Source: Bankrate Retirement Savings Report 2025. The average monthly Social Security benefit in 2025 $1,976. That is $23,712 per year, against a median retirement need of $57,818 per year. Social Security covers 41 cents of every dollar you need. The other 59 cents has to come from somewhere. Let's make this concrete. Take two Americans. Both earn $75,000 per year. Both retire at 65. Person A followed the conventional model, saved 10% of his salary from age 35, contributed to his 401k, got the employer match, relied on Social Security, retired with $420,000 saved. His monthly Social Security check, $1,900. His 4% withdrawal from his portfolio, $1,400 per month. Total monthly income, $3,300. His actual monthly expenses, $4,800. Monthly shortfall, $1,500. He is burning through his savings to cover the gap. At that rate, his portfolio runs out in 23 years. He is 88 years old, with no money, and Social Security as his only income. This is not a worst-case scenario. This is the median American retirement outcome. Person B made one structural decision differently at age 35. Instead of only maxing his 401k, he also built a dividend portfolio on the side. $200 per month into dividend-paying index funds for 30 years. At 65, that portfolio generates $900 per month in passive dividend income, on top of his 401k withdrawal and Social Security. Same salary, same discipline, one different decision. The difference is not luck. The difference is architecture. The average Vanguard retirement account balance across 24.5 million participants, $148,153. The target, $1,460,000. That is a 9 times gap. Source: Vanguard How America Saves Report 2025. Now here is what LifeVanta decodes. Not the retirement number, the retirement system. The $1.46 million target assumes the conventional model. Save in a 401k, withdraw at 4%, rely partly on Social Security, hope inflation stays manageable. That model was designed for a different economy, a different inflation rate, a different life expectancy. It is not designed for 2026. There are 4 structural moves that change the math entirely. Move 1. Stop targeting a number. Target an income stream. The conventional model says, accumulate $1.46 million. The wealth-building model says, build income streams that replace your salary permanently. The difference is structural. One is a tank of gas. The other is a pipeline. A tank runs out. A pipeline keeps flowing. Dividend-generating portfolios. Real estate cash flow. Royalties. Business income. Each of these produces income regardless of portfolio balance. The target is not a number. The target is monthly income that exceeds monthly expenses indefinitely. A $500,000 dividend portfolio yielding 4% generates $20,000 annually, tax-advantaged, inflation-adjusted, perpetual. The same $500,000 in a traditional savings account at 0.5% generates $2,500. Source: IRS, Bankrate 2025. You do not need $1.46 million. You need $5,000 per month. Those are different problems with different solutions. Move 2. Maximize the tax advantage compounding window now. Every year you delay is not just one less year of savings. It is one less year of compounding on everything already saved. A 30-year-old who invests $500 per month at 8% annual return will have $1,746,000 by age 65. A 40-year-old doing the same will have $745,000. Same contribution, same return. 10 years difference, $1,001,000 gap. Source: Compound Interest Modeling, IRS 2025 contribution limits. The 401k maximum contribution for 2025, $23,000. If you are 50 or older, $30,500 with catch-up contributions. Most people contribute enough to get the employer match. That is not a retirement strategy. That is a minimum. The match is free money. The maximum is the strategy. Here is the compounding table nobody shows you. If you start at age 25 and invest $300 per month at 8% annual return, by age 65 you have $1,055,000. If you start at age 30, same amount, same return, you have $702,000. If you start at age 35, $473,000. If you start at age 40, $317,000. Same $300 per month. Same 8% return. The only variable is when you start. Starting at 25 versus 40, a difference of $738,000 from the same monthly contribution. This is not motivation. This is the mathematics of time. Every year you wait does not cost you 1 year of contributions. It costs you the compounding on every dollar you have already saved for every year remaining until retirement. A dollar invested at 35 is worth less than half of a dollar invested at 25 by the time you reach 65. This is why the wealthy obsess over starting early and maximizing contributions immediately. Not because they earn more, because they understand what time actually does to money. Most middle-class workers know compounding exists. Almost none of them have run the actual numbers for their actual age. Run the numbers. The urgency becomes obvious. Move 3. Reframe the 4% rule. It was built for a different era. The 4% rule was established by financial planner William Benjamin in 1994. It was based on historical market returns from 1926 to 1976. It assumed 30-year retirements. It assumed moderate inflation. It assumed a specific bond and equity mix. In 2026, retirements last 35 years. Inflation has been elevated. Bond yields have shifted. Many financial researchers now recommend a 3 to 3.5% withdrawal rate for retirements starting today to account for longer lifespans and sequence of returns risk. At a 3% withdrawal rate, a $60,000 annual income requirement demands a $2 million portfolio, not $1,460,000. Source: Updated 4% Rule Research, Morningstar 2024. The target just moved again, from 1.46 million to 2 million, depending on your withdrawal strategy. This is not pessimism. This is updated arithmetic. The rule changed. The calculators did not. Most people are planning for a retirement that no longer exists. Move 4. Build the retirement number backwards from income, not forward from savings. Here is the calculation most financial advisors never walk you through explicitly. Step 1. Determine your required monthly retirement income. Not what you think you need, what you will actually spend: housing, healthcare, food, travel, emergencies. Step 2. Subtract guaranteed income, Social Security, pension if applicable. Step 3. The remaining monthly gap is your portfolio's job. Step 4. Multiply that monthly gap by 12 to get annual need. Divide by your withdrawal rate to get your target portfolio. Example: you need $7,000 per month. Social Security provides $2,000. Gap: $5,000 per month. Annual gap: $60,000. At 3.5% withdrawal, portfolio needed equals $1,714,285. That is your real number, not 1 million, not even 1.46 million. Only 5% of American households with retirement accounts have $1 million or more saved. Source: NerdWallet, Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances, 2023. Everyone knows the $1 million number. Almost nobody has done the actual math for their actual life. Here is a number that reframes everything. Americans aged 55 to 64, 10 years from retirement, have a median savings of $185,000. To reach $1,460,000 in 10 years at 8% return, they would need to invest $6,740 per month, every month, for 10 years. Source: Federal Reserve Compound Interest Modeling. $6,740 per month. On a median household income of roughly $76,000 per year, That is $6,333 per month before taxes. The math is not just hard. The math is impossible using the conventional model. This is why the conventional model must be abandoned. Not because it is wrong in theory, because it is structurally incompatible with the income levels of the middle class. Americans in their 60s have an average retirement balance of $1,185,486, but a median of only $536,748. The gap between average and median reveals who is actually pulling the numbers up, the top 10%. Source: Empower Research, 2025. The averages are being pulled up by the wealthy. The median is the truth. And the median truth is most Americans are not on track. Let us look at this by generation, because the data reveals something the broad averages hide. Generation X. Americans born between 1965 and 1980 are now between 45 and 60 years old. They are the generation closest to retirement after baby boomers. Their median retirement savings, $243,000. Source: Federal Reserve, Empower Research, 2025. The target for a comfortable retirement at their income level, between $1.2 and $1.6 million. They have roughly 15 years left to close a gap of approximately $1 million. To close that gap through savings alone at 8% return, they need to invest $3,500 per month, every month, for 15 years. The median Gen X household income, approximately $80,000 per year. That is $6,600 per month before taxes. Saving $3,500 of $6,600 before taxes, before housing, before food is not a savings problem. It is a structural impossibility using the conventional model. Now look at millennials, born between 1981 and 1996. Their median retirement savings, $87,000. Source: Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances, 2023. They have more time, but they also have more debt. Student loans averaging $37,000 per borrower, higher housing costs, and lower real wage growth in Gen X at the same age. The conventional model was designed for a world where one income could buy a house, raise a family, and fund a retirement. That world ended. The model did not update. This is not a generation problem. This is a system problem, and systems do not fix themselves. The average is a lie. The median tells you the truth. The retirement number is not $1 million. For most households, doing the actual calculation, it is closer to $1.5 to $2 million. The median American approaching retirement has $185,000. The gap is not a setback. It is a signal. It signals that the conventional model, save a percentage, hope for the best, rely on Social Security, is not a plan. It is a default. Defaults are designed by the system. Plans are designed by you. The 4 moves we decoded today are not shortcuts. They are structural adjustments. Shift from accumulation to income streams. Maximize the compounding window. Update your withdrawal rate calculation. Build your number backwards from your actual life, not from a generic guideline written in 1994. Now I want to know where you are. Comment 1, 2, or 3. 1. I have never calculated my real retirement number. I have been using $1 million as a vague target. 2. I know my number, but I am not on track. I need to restructure my approach. 3. I have done the math. I am building income streams, not just saving a number. Comment below. The next video decodes the exact income stream architecture the top 10% use to make the retirement math work, without needing $2 million in a 401k. The number changed. The strategy has to change with it.